any of that is, but I feel like, you know, with all the similarities we all have, I think we can all be friends. If you can be friends with the second guy, Bird, then I mean, like, we could all be friends.
Just cause you don't like it don't mean everybody gotta hear it. Now shut your ass up.
I'm ready to watch out of context misinformation and people who are trying to slander my character. Let's get it. So I am a comedian besides, you know, content creating and, you know, just doing what I do. So, you know, I do go for jokes that might be out there and outlandish and, you know, kind of like dank memes in a way to, for example, get these distractions out of the way. Because they're great, but I need this video to be 100% focused on what I'm about to say. And so there are times where I might make risky jokes or just jokes overall. And, you know, the reason I'm making this video is the reason why I'm wearing this specific jacket, because it was worn in a video that was kind of infamous for one of the people we will be watching today. So this video isn't going to be very long because, of course, these videos I'm going to watch are very fabricated and very out there, stretching everything that possibly can be stretched. One of these people do not know me. The other one slightly knows me. I can't even say that they know me because we haven't even got to hang out that much. So, you know, that's there. And as I addressed many of times, I do want to put out the basics right away. YouTube's done nothing. I've sent these videos to YouTube. They have done nothing about it. And apparently they can use excessive cursing and nothing will happen to their channel. So I'm not sure if YouTube doesn't know about their channel, because one of them has 1,000 subscribers. Apparently 1,000 subscribers. So they're getting monetized by YouTube, so YouTube's supporting them, so they have to know who they are to put ads and all the rest of that stuff. They have to know that much. So if they're allowing subbots to be used on the platform, which the last time I looked up, which mean that you would actually get your account terminated for, it just doesn't really add up and make sense to me why these accounts still exist. And especially YouTube doesn't review any of their stuff. It's very odd that they'll review my stuff, being as small as a creator as I am. And yet they will falsely report me, and I'm pretty sure it's because the spam reports that I get on my videos because of the trolls and such, or whatever they might be. I think it's really just one person with fake accounts, and both of these people do own fake accounts, and they use that for their own self-gain. And I don't know why they try everything they can in what they can to become popular or famous. They think it's very easy because they see me doing it so easily, and they see me doing all these ideas and getting views and all these fans, and they think it's just like so easy that they can just do what I do or even steal my content, which, you know, I will show in a minute. But they'll try to find some way, somehow, by watching me, they'll try to steal my content because I'm actually getting views and I'm actually getting people who care about the content. So it's just it's a very, very odd thing. I'm not too entirely sure, but let's see what's going on here. First off and foremost, as I was talking about getting to the basics, one of the main things from before that I brought up, saying that I was going to get to the basics here, one thing is these people are mad at me for who I was in 2016 and before. These people are mad at me for who I was in the past. It's pretty common sense, but I mean, if you're mad at someone for who they were in the past and think they're the same exact person for all your life, then you need to probably socialize more or get to know more people or something like that, or just, I don't know, do research on stuff like that, because people are not always going to be the same person. I've already explained many of times things in detail, which this is just pretty much you know, a video that I made, and even though I made the very last video I made about this whole thing, talking about I'm done with this, I'm not going to talk about it no more. Now that was my move on my part, and that video was my move on my part. Now the next move is doing YouTube's move. Because they will not remove the videos, I'm just going to make it more obvious for them so they can see it, and so more people can understand my perspective and my point of view. The basis of these things are as follows. The first one has been mad at me for playing video games and making content on video games, And so he tries to dislike me as a person without getting to know me. He tries to attack my character. He tries to attack me. He pretty much harassed me online. He's been doing for years without no goal and nothing on the internet that he's doing except that, and that's he's basing his whole career off of. He goes to sleep knowing that's the next thing he wants to talk about in his streams, and then delete his streams. He wakes up knowing that he's got to find some way somehow to try to get at me. Now that he has someone that barely knows me on his side, he thinks that he has all of what he needs now because he couldn't do it before, and he was extremely desperate and still is for attention and still will never get it. I took the liberty of facing off with him in a battle called a 1v1 in Call of Duty, and I beat him. And so he's been angrily so mad since then and tried to get at me in some way, shape, or form. He tries his hardest. I don't know what's going on with this guy, but this guy seriously needs some help. That's on the real. So I don't know about that situation. That's basically the first one I'm going to be starting with, and then I'll be moving on to another situation. The second situation, and these are really the only things going on right now that YouTube's not doing about. There's one that I had with Dark Mario or something from back then, and there's like a CGS and Royals and stuff back then. But Dark Mario has now teamed up with the first guy I brought up. We'll just call him Obese Stan. And he's trying to team up with Obese Stan and try to talk down on me for some reason also without knowing anything about me. And literally, I met these guys off of playing video games, and all we did was play video games. That's as far as we gotten in life. I haven't became friends with any of them. The closest I was with the second guy, we'll talk about him in a second, but I literally haven't gone anywhere else with them in terms of all that, in terms of like friendship and such. So it's very odd how they can create these delusions and create these like false stories about this thing actually happening and this with these just stupid rumors that just no one cares about, no one asked for. And it's extremely weird because it's obvious, I mean, like anybody that comes to my channel enjoys it. Anybody that goes to theirs channels feels like they need to watch a different video before they get that satisfaction and dopamine and everything else, but they come and watch one of my videos or streams and then they get everything they've ever wanted in one video, stream, whatever, and one song, and they get that satisfaction. And the difference is, not only am I extremely entertaining, but I'm a comedian, so it just adds on top of that. I'm funny on top of charismatic, so it's just, a 2-in-1. And then there's so much more than just those two, but I'm just only going to bring up those two because, it's comedy and entertainment, and that's what I love doing, and that's what I do. I'm passionate about what I do. So it's also acid reflux. That's also why I'm making this video too, because YouTube doesn't want to do anything, and because I've been on the platform for over a decade, more than all these guys combined, I am going to do the work that they didn't for some reason, and so that is what I'm here to do. Now back to the second guy, not Obese Stan or Dark Mario. Now we're going on to the second guy. So this guy, I've already explained basically all of this, which I'll link in the description below for that video talking about this specific situation. I've already explained it. Basically, I met him in real life a while ago. He was making weird actions, and then years later I started hanging out with him again. He stole one of my friends, and then he basically since then, me and him were like chilling, and then I was trying to get him to do clan things, and apparently him and his parents thought that was bad, that I was showing him funny videos and stuff that we enjoy, and a lot of the stuff that we had in common and similarities. He basically was blocked off. He was restricted from me by his parents. His parents were like, nah, they're basically blocking me off to be in his life, which doesn't make any sense at all. It's like psychotic, delusional people, and I don't really know why. Sociopathic, possibly. And it's very sad to see that they're continuing all of this. In 2 years, it's going to be a 10-year thing, and it might have started in 2017, which, okay, then that means it's only been 7 years, which means that in 3 years, it will be a whole decade that they are continuing to do this, because in fact, quoting Bird here, and I'm just going to call him Joshua, because he doesn't have a gamer tag, he doesn't have a name, so I'm just going to refer to him as his real name. Joshua here, in 3 years it'll be a whole decade, and he will still be mad about nothing. But he said in 5 years he's going to be looking at my channel and laughing, and in 5 years he's going to be very above me.
So I need to move on, and I'm not supposed to care about you, but you're going to make your video
telling me that I should have cared about all these things and all this stuff about caring about you, then wouldn't that mean you wouldn't be friends? What?
This matters to no one except him. He is so jealous and envious of what I'm doing for no reason at all. It's the complete opposite. Keep in mind, he considered me as a brother. Not a friend, not a best friend, a brother. More than a best friend. So he went from saying that, and he said that first. He said that himself. I had just said that we were like friends or whatever. We were cool because we hanged out a little bit. But I didn't say we were brothers or anything. So from him going to say that, and then just flipping completely, and then trying to like get famous and clout and just look like a piece of shit on camera. He's a manipulative and toxic liar that I don't see why anybody would believe anything he's saying, because obviously he has not been around me since 2017, I guess 2018 if you really want to count that little incident, but really he has not been around me since 2017. So it's very awkward and uncomfortable for anybody to watch the video that I will be reacting to, and him basically targeting me and continue targeting me with random people over video games. This is over video games. This is how childish and immature this whole situation is. So, yeah, so I'll be getting into that. But basically, back to the story. We were hanging out, and then his parents were being weird, and so he got brainwashed, and then by his parents, and then now he thinks the same thing his parents think of, but no reason for it. They were just like, oh, he's a bad influence. That's it. If I was such a bad influence, why is he still playing Call of Duty like I showed him? If I'm such a bad influence, why is he still doing YouTube when I showed him that? If I'm such a bad influence, why is he watching FaZe Jev or FaZe Clan? Why is he buying their apparel if I'm such a bad influence? See, these are things that are just simply can be broken down. I don't know. I'm speechless of how sad this whole situation is. It's pathetic and very makes me uncomfortable that I still have to do this, because not just YouTube's not doing anything, but the fact that they have not stopped is another thing on its own. Now, what would I rather have? YouTube do something or them stopping? I'd rather have them stop than YouTube do something, because I feel like it would be so unprofessional, and it would suck really bad for YouTube to stoop that low, to go look at his channel, to stoop that low to look at this freaking spam channel, this generic channel, and go all the way to the bottom of the channels that don't have any views and dig down to this last little pile of channels, which is his included, and the obese stands included, of these fake subbot subscribers, because no one actually watches them, so they buy they buy their fame, and so they have to go all the way down and then review their stuff, and then either do nothing about it because no one's going to watch their stuff in 5 years anyways, or they'll just not do anything about it because, I don't know, they think that probably he is going to self-destruct, and I don't doubt that. He most likely is, and he probably already has in the video that I will react to. And keep in mind, this guy says he has sponsors and stuff like that when they're like barely beginning, and I don't know what's going on, if they're actually like, you know, have anything anywhere, but that's just for that. I'm not going to dabble into that in depth, but I will be getting into that later for sure. So that's basically the basics. That's the basis of this whole thing. And they have made videos harassing me, going against the guidelines, and it's very, 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 very odd that YouTube is just like, you know what, we have these rules, we have these guidelines, and you're supposed to abide by them, and we're going to tell you to abide by them, but unless you're famous, we're basically not doing anything. But anyways, if you don't abide by them, that's completely fine. Unless you have 1 million subscribers, then we'll probably look. It's like, they have the time, they have the people, they have all these stuff. I mean, they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They have to have some kind of administrative overlook over things that are important. Because if they have these type of channels on YouTube, then people are not going to want to see YouTube. They're not going to go to YouTube because of these two channels that I'll be looking at. They're not going to want to see anything on the platform. They're going to just stay away from the platform because of these two channels. They don't want to watch these. There's no reason why anyone would want to watch either of these guys, and it's very, very, very self-explanatory. If you watch one of their videos, you're not going to want to watch another one. You're not going to be like, oh, that was really good, I want to see another one. No, you're not going to be like that. When channels are so basic, bland, and generic at below the bottom level, base level, you're not going to want to watch that. And that's where these channels are at. They're down here below the basic level. They don't know the basics. They don't have, they're less than a default and a bot. They're like not even made yet. They're like cells in a way. They're not even like cells. They're not even there. And that's kind of what I've been explaining to people for a very long time. When people ask me, oh, these guys are still doing things for years, I'm like, yeah, they're still doing this, and they're doing the same exact thing in content. They're not learning. They're not even, contacting me over these things if they're so important. It's so weird because Joshua, he has me blocked, keep in mind. The other guy, he didn't have me blocked, but which makes sense. He is subscribed, the first one. But the second one, I wouldn't doubt a subscribed for one, but for two, it's just very odd how he'll block me, but then make videos about me and talk to me. I don't know. Again, I do want to preface things with the second one. I made things called roast tracks. They are not diss tracks. They're called roast tracks. So I've explained this so many times, but if you look up the roast of anybody, look at this. Just look up the roast of top 100 roast moments. Look at this. And funny enough, look at this. The first thing that comes up, millions of views, keep in mind. Comedy Central. Comedy and roast. Both in the same sentence. But what is a diss track? A diss track, diss record, or diss song is a song whose primary purpose is verbally attack someone else, usually another artist. Diss tracks are often the result of an existing, escalating feud between the two people. For example, the artist involved may be former members of a group or artists on rival labels, primarily intended to disparage or insult another person or group. So it doesn't even elaborate at all. I'm not going to sit here, looking through each thing because it's obviously like two contrasting things. And sure, they might have similarities or whatever,
But the difference with mine isn't attacking anybody. It is just having fun and making fun.
but really, like, look at this, the roast of Ludwig, and then Jay Schlatt's in it. Let's go. Sidemen, KSI, and look at this, the roast of Justin Bieber, 50 million views. So people know about it. The roast of weed, the roast of HBO, the roast of Donald Trump for some reason, the roast of Midkiff. There's just all of these examples here. And then the roast of the boys. Is that like their dad or grandpa or something? Anyway. The roast of Bruce Willis? What? Yeah, so it's a whole show on Comedy Central. And for anybody to, tell me that I made diss tracks when I've created basically the first ever roast track, if anything, then it's so confusing to me. Millions of views, and these people don't know what roasting is. Neither they even know the definition. And on top of that, they don't even know what Comedy Central is. Or on top of that, they don't even know what the roast of Justin Bieber is. They never even heard about this. And top of all of that, they're not going to even do the research. That's how I know when these two people that I'm going to be talking about not even doing any research at all, just shows how lazy and unproductive they are. And it's very clear once you see their work, and I've already made an entire video about this, and I'll link that in the description below. It will be right under the video talking about the second guy. The only reason I'm going to be talking about him is responding to a video that he made, which is extremely cringy, but I made a video on it already. Unfortunately, I completely deleted it, so I'm just going to go in and just take out and pick apart the most important parts, or at least these invalid points that he thinks can be arguments when it's just obviously misinformation. Because if any of the things he said were true, I would have admitted it. I would have admitted it by now. I would have said, yes, that's true. The only thing that I said, yes, that's true to, that's as of note, that you can note, is at first I said, okay, no, he can't have the gamer tag. And then I said, yes, he can if he shuts up about it. And then I said, no. And then just very recently, I said yes. And then just very recently, the final decision and how I feel right now is no. From what I know of, it might have been just yes, no. Probably. Most likely. I don't know. All I know is he is not allowed to use something that I created, because then it's copyright for one. For two, not only does that go against the guidelines of YouTube, and it does not abide by the guidelines of YouTube, but it also goes more into that. So it just seems like this guy cannot stop stealing and copying my own content. From the gamer tag that I never gave him, from, like, I don't mind if he's a fan of FaZe Clan, FaZe Jev. If he wants to ride them, whatever. I don't care if he does any of that. If he wants to do that for Pokemon or Minecraft, whatever, and Legend of Zelda, whatever, I don't care. Just because I like all those things doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, he can't like it because I like it. I'm not gonna do that at all, because I just don't care enough, for one. And for two, it doesn't matter if he likes it. It's not gonna make a difference in the world, and neither is his channel. So before we begin, a lot of these things that they say are completely just, again, like, just made up, fabricated, and just for no reason at all, just unrelated to anything that I either I talk about, completely unrelated to anything at all, and just no points. It's just stupid, kind of a waste of a time. But I mean, I got a little bit of time today to clear things up here. Besides both being hypocrites, and I can't wait to get into the comments of the first one, and maybe even the second one, but it's probably the first guy, which makes sense. He's terminally online. Obese Stan is just very sad. And before I actually really get into it, don't witch hunt or attack any of these people. Don't go after any of them. It's just unnecessary. There's no point in trying to change their mind, because they're just gonna keep doing this every day for their lives. This is, again, like I said, this is their career. This is what they do. This is what they wake up to do. When they go on the frickin' toilet, this is when they shower, they think about this. When they go to sleep, they think about this. It's just an everyday thing for them. This is their daily activities. So don't make fun of them, because I am. Just kidding. But, like, don't make fun of them. Don't say anything. Just leave it as is. That's all. But I do want to bring up a similar situation that kind of just happened. And I just found these people, too. So I'm going to be using them as an example, because he's going through the exact same situation as I am. In this situation, it's people doing the Zoom trolling thing. Now, I've always enjoyed, like, Omega trolling, and I watch sometimes, but the one I've been really getting into recently and been watching is the Zoom trolling by, like, Subtrist, Nicholas Cold, and Don Stever. He used to do some on frickin' Omega and stuff. Very good content creators. Go check them out. There's a lot of acid reflux right now. What the heck's going on? Don Stever is the first, like, person that I watched out of all these guys. And then I watched a couple or a few from Nicholas Cold a while back, and then just recently I got either suggested or I found their content again, and then I just been watching it and been kind of binge watching since. They're very good and they're hilarious. And then I see this video that got uploaded by Nicholas Cold. And this one clip I do want to exactly clip from that video. So let's see what Nico has to say.
But again, I would not go out of my way to say this if he didn't say that stuff about me. As I said, we all make mistakes. We're humans. I'm not saying I'm the best person. I'm not saying I'm the worst person. We all do stuff that we regret. We all make mistakes. Just don't be a hypocrite and come at me saying I'm bullying people when you're clearly doing the same. And this is just one random video I clicked out of. Not.
I wonder if I'm in the exact same situation. So it's so weird, because they're saying that I'm doing these things, right? And I'm being toxic as X Deadlies. But then they're going to make a video, which, don't worry, the first one, he took out all of his videos doing the exact hypocritical things. He took them down. YouTube found out about him and probably saw it or whatever. That's whatever. That's one thing on its own. He made 3 videos that are hours long. Yes, he made hours long videos of nothing except just talking trash and calling it criticism. This guy is terminally online. Even if he looks up the definition, I don't think he knows exactly what he's talking about. I think he needs to finish school first, maybe take college classes, maybe get some therapy, most likely some mental institution. I think that's the main thing there. And then once he gets out, just get everything back on track. Maybe delete that channel that he made, and then either start anew. Or just, live life like he should have did in the first place. Yeah, they say that I do all these things, but they don't show proof or evidence. They keep saying and making these allegations and claims, and it's funny that there's a video called Deadly's False Claims when there's, again, in that video and every other video that's been made, no proof or evidence. So it's just, I know that their audience is children. They're just all sheep watching that. They're all children and all little kids that are watching that, because there's no way that all of them would go into my comments hating on me. There's no way that all of them would say anything badly about me without getting to know me. But on top of that, assuming that who they're watching is true, and who they're watching is actually what they're assuming is true, and not showing anything at all. And it's just so weird that they can make the littlest amount of effort to put in those, sections into their video and just at least put in some type of evidence, but they just can't do that. They'll put all their effort and dedication in trying to hate me and take me down and all this for so many years, and one's been going on for 4 years, the other one's been going on for, like 7 years now. So this is how sad this situation is. You put all those years together, that's 11 years dedicated and to just getting mad at someone they don't know. And sure, Joshua knows like not even 1% about me, and this guy is still on my PP for no reason at all. So that's another thing, is huge hypocrites. But I'm not going to get in this video, deep diving into everything and going in depth and, picking apart everything and breaking everything down, because I don't have time for that. I got a life. Regardless of that, though, I think that should be it before we get into this.
Just don't be a hypocrite and come at me saying I'm bullying people when you're clearly doing the same. And this is just one random video I clicked out of. Not to mention, I did go to his Twitter and I dug a little deeper, and I seen a full written apology of you apologizing for being racist. I was sent this tweet where you tweeted quote unquote slurs and stuff.
Just, this wouldn't be the first time. And I mean that for my situation, but probably for this situation, same thing.
And also, if you can't see what it says,
you can pause or whatever, but anyway.
Slur pretty frequently. I'm not going to read the rest of this. It's basically him apologizing for saying slurs when he was younger. So again, do not be a hypocrite and come at me for this stuff. I just wanted to get that out there because he made it seem like he is a better person than all the other creators. Now,
right there. Firstly, Dark Mario. He tries to act so nice, but he's just so bad at it. He's just so terrible at trying so hard at making this false image of a character or whatever he is. I don't even know if he's a character, if that's actually him or what. But, and then on top of that, the obese Stan, he's just mentally ill. But the freaking Joshua, though, he tries so hard to act like he's a better person. And in the same video, he goes psycho. Oh, and I cannot wait to get to that one, because it's like someone going on to mental breakdown. They have a complete mental breakdown and just an depressive episode or something. I don't know. And I think the best decision would be just to take down the videos that were made about me, all 3 of them, because it's something else. Oh, and let's look at these comments of the video that I'm watching. Let's go to this channel. Okay, so they have their own content. It's a little weird, but I mean, it is what it is. And let's see, do they have any playlists? They have 1,000 subscribers. Cool. So they have lives, they have shorts and videos. Okay, so it's a real channel. So let's see what this comment reads. It says, this really must have put Nico's Christmas spirit down the drain. Being accused right after Christmas and having to worry about people harassing him over things they don't know the start of. So I don't worry about any of that stuff. I could care less. I mean, it's just people who are mad, jealous, and envious about, and sad about people just living their life and doing their own thing. It's not even how their life's better or worse. It's not how this comparison and this. They think it's competition. They think it's like, okay, this, and that. But I've already showed that I'm better at gaming than both of them. I 1v1 both of them and won. And I've won for years against Joshua. When he first started, and pretty much since then, after 2017, I 1v1 him in 2020 or 2019. It must have been 2019, because that's when Modern Warfare came out. I 1v1 him again while he was using a better weapon, and he most likely watched FaZe every hour of his life, so he should know a good marksman rifle class, right? Or a sniping class, even though marksmen and snipers are separate classes, but I'm not going to get into that. For someone who knows so much about freaking Call of Duty, they can't even use a sniper and just keep it, old school, because they just can't be old school because they weren't there for the old school. But you know who was there in 2013, played Call of Duty? This guy. So I've been playing Call of Duty for like over a decade now. So for anybody who wants to talk about Call of Duty, Joshua, my DMs are always open still. But again, I'm not trying to, invite all of these drama videos to come out. I'm not trying to invite anything like that. I'm just saying, like, when it comes down to it, if someone knows anything about anything, that's why I was mentoring him. That's why I was teaching him, because I was knowing what I was doing. At that point, 4 or 5 years in of playing Call of Duty, I knew a lot, and I also watched FaZe Clan, and he has merch from FaZe Clan. The only thing I have of FaZe Clan is a G Fuel cup that I didn't even buy from the FaZe Clan website. I honestly don't even know where I got it. I probably got it off Amazon or something a while back. But anyways, that's the only thing I own that's FaZe Clan related. I don't have anything else like that. Did I consider buying a FaZe Clan scuff controller back in the day? Yeah, I did. Maybe. I think. Probably. Or a controller or something like that. I think I might have considered doing that back in the day because I was looking at scuffs and I was like, you know, they're cool and all, but they don't really add an advantage for myself because I just like the original PlayStation controller that I can't. Yes, I can, actually. This one right here. I'm using because I'm watching Sherlock Holmes. But anyway. And just give me inspiration because I feel like I'm Sherlock Holmes right now, you know, just deducting this case. But yeah, it's so odd to me that it's over video games. Like, is that not like delusional to people watching this? Like, on the outside of things, the audience, do they not find these two people delusional for getting mad at video games? Do they not find them like mental in one way or another? Like, at least some type of like and the fact that they think they're not wrong and they just won't accept accountability, Joshua won't accept responsibilities and apologize for the actions he's done, because there's nothing I've done and there's nothing I can apologize for. I'm not going to apologize for if I didn't do anything. But for him to make all these videos talking trash about my life and all this stuff when I haven't even been in his life for 7 years. So it's just very, very, very odd that this guy will say all this stuff, saying all this stuff happened with no proof or evidence. Once again, there's nothing that he shows, absolutely not one piece of evidence, and so no one's going to believe him if there's no proof and evidence, and no one's going to believe him if they don't know me like he knows me compared to them. So again, not making any sense. I'm 30 minutes into this and I haven't even gotten to the video and I'm completely going in. I'm pretty much done in this whole category thing, so I'm going to actually move on and go straight to the videos. But before I go in, you know, some people just want to do stuff for content and just do stuff for entertainment. You know, it would be so much better if we had at least something planned, like half of it planned, or at least a little bit of it planned, and then we just improvise the rest. That would have been awesome. I mean, you know, Joshua, you do watch WWE, so you watch stuff that are planned, pre-planned. Most of it is works, and some of it is a shoot. Let's be real. You know, if you know stuff like that, and you're entertained by that, then I know you're entertained by my channel, for one, and I know you're most likely subscribed with a fake account, for two. And you come back after so many years to watch my channel and to comment on it. You comment something bad, but I'm pretty sure you watched the entire video and probably left a like. It's very obvious that you still enjoy my content if you enjoy FaZe Jev's content. It just goes hand in hand. You can't tell me otherwise, especially when you don't show any evidence or proof. Like, it's just very sad you cannot be a man about this and, you know, do this professionally and just unblock me and we can talk things out, but that's just impossible, apparently. So there's just no point in me trying if this guy isn't going to try. I'm not going to try, you know, making a video asking him. I'm not going to beg him. You know, I'm not going to do all this stuff and kiss ass and like, that's, at first I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go with it in the DMs, Twitter DMs. I'll like, he's being toxic and it's a little weird, but I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna freaking like say anything right now. But then like after a little bit I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird. I'm not gonna private anything. If I'm gonna do something, then you're gonna have to do something. Take down that video and I'll take down mine. That's an easy trade. He never did. And that's probably why he blocked me, because he didn't want to take the video down, because he thinks he's so right and self-righteous and all high and mighty and all this BS, because he's egotistical and narcissistic and toxic, and he's just freaking a fake personality to his fans. He's a fake persona and uses all of that stuff to act like he's such a good person, when really, if you knew him like I knew him, and if you knew him in real life, he was alright, he was chill. But the person he turned into now, I'm pretty sure because that bad influences around him are the reason why he's such a bad person now. He's not a good person at all. He can act like it all he wants. He can go to these places and act like a certain person just to get the benefits and reap the benefits, because he's used to getting stuff for free for all his life. So he can do all that as long as he wants, but people are going to eventually find out his true self and his true feelings about everything and just how just a POS he is. Okay, I kind of capped and lied. There is one more thing I do want to clip from this video, and then I'll be done.
I'm not sure why he just dissed me right there, but my channel wasn't really dead. I would never consider it dead. I kind of just care about the content that I put out, as long as it's good and watchable.
I mean, I would be insecure too if my channel were dead, and the only reason that it wasn't anymore was because I was in my friend's video who was doing really well. I'm self-made though.
I mean, that was just cringe. Self-made.
Well, first of all, here's the thing with myself. I am actually still self-made too. I mean, you know, I did make my own business and company and all, but also it really doesn't matter about like these type of statistics and analytics if things were actually true and if he actually pulled up, proof and evidence, because I doubt he probably did that for that video. But there's one more thing that Nico says that's my favorite part to clip from this. So I'm gonna.
What was the point of that? It just seems to me that he wants to find a reason to make an exposing video on me because he's a hater.
Yep, there it is. Very nice. And so with that, I mean, it's just very obvious because, like I said earlier, they both don't know me. So how can they make up all these stories? Because they're having mental breakdowns. It's as simple as that. And if you would have saw the 3 videos that's the frickin' obese Stan made, it's truly sad to see because he's still continuously disliking my videos. Him and Joshua both. And continuously coming back to my channel to harass me and not abide by the guidelines, which YouTube has not done jack shit about. But it is what it is. I mean, like, that's whatever. I mean, if they're not going to do anything about it, that's why I'm doing something about it. I just don't like the professionalism on the platform from these 2 channels. I don't like how these 2 channels are going to be unentertaining and then, go after other creators and harass other creators for their own self-gain and to get views. And, it's a tired format that's monotonous, and a lot of people already do. A lot of people have already done. They can continue to still do it, and then eventually their channels get terminated. But still, I mean, I'm not wishing any of these channels get terminated. I'm just hoping that they, figure out what it means to be a content creator. They say that they're content creators, but they don't create any content at all. Like, it's the most, like, basic, like, name is calling something a content creator. And I don't even think they're at that level yet. They don't even do anything content creator related. Okay, one more thing.
Again, as a content creator, you should know most things on the internet are not real.
Boom. That's all that needs to be said.
Just like both of these channels, because they're non-existent, because they're not content creators, and they don't create any content that's not generic and monotonous and very spam, and it's like it's made by bots. Channels made by AI, top 5 lists.
Alright, with that out of the way, we can get started. So this video is tagged in. Let's see, did he actually tag me in it? Okay, so let's see. If this involves my music, then it doesn't count. Anybody that talks about my music but only plays video games and probably listens to a lot of music, whatever, or likes music or has music because of their depression or something, cannot use music as an excuse to try to critique or talk trash. But let's see what this video is.
Their quality.
Or you can get a job and get better quality. That always works.
Works for me.
We can actually understand what you're saying.
There's also all the lyrics are in the description, so that's an excuse. Oh, they're listening to a song I called BBC. Oh gosh, as a joke. That one's one of my actually lyrically best songs. During that time was actually some bangers. Was it the 5th album and then I think the 6th album? I didn't even hear this guy say it the first time around, but no one did in the context of that video because that wasn't a part of my rap music career. I don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, you have something wrong with you. And I will always forever write a better song than all of you. Joshua, Beastan, whoever that guy is, I've never heard of him in my entire life, never heard his voice, so obviously he doesn't have a music career himself. None of them do. But I will forever write a better song and be better in rap, not just music, but rap and music and everything else. And I won't need a ghostwriter to do it. But if you would like to prove me wrong, go right ahead. You can upload a song at any time. But until then, I highly doubt you can make anything that isn't worthy of criticism. But those songs, for example, no criticism there. Still waiting. It's been how many years since I've made my first song officially? I mean, I've uploaded songs before 2020, but unless you want to count my music video that I did in 2018 or 2019 that someone asked me to do, and I became a part of it. Worked in a music studio, someone else's,
and they filmed the entire project, and it was also played in the theaters, and the guy in the top right in the black and red also saw that video. So what else is there to say here? 4 years, no one's made a better song that's been criticizing me, apparently, quote unquote, even though it's talking trash. No one's made anything better, so, or, you know, in comparison at all. It's not even competition, because once again, because I do rap and because I do music doesn't mean I'm trying to compete, doesn't mean I'm trying to do diss tracks back and forth. I'm just making music for myself. Whoever enjoys it, and I've said it many times before. I don't need to explain myself more than once. So just so you guys know, if you don't enjoy the music, go listen to a different song. At least listen to a different song that I did. And if you can't dig it, then listen to a different song. I mean, you're choosing to go back to those songs, and you're choosing to continue stressing yourself out over stuff that never mattered to anybody. You're not getting anything off the video. You can get this video of me telling you that nobody cares, or you can get the viewership of nobody caring. I mean, it's both now, but I mean, it's the other of nobody caring in the viewership, because no one asked for anyone's opinion on those songs if they just, you know, flapping their gums. Because obviously, if your friend's responding to it being obese Stan, and even you are talking about it, which is weird because you wouldn't even understand it because you were on the outside of things and you weren't even the person I'm talking about. So unless he told you everything, then you wouldn't know anything about the whole situation. And if he did tell you about everything, then you're just being extremely cringe and doing a video that no one's going to watch or care about, because no one asked for anybody's opinion that made that video. No one asked for your opinion or Obese Stan's opinion, because this video doesn't deserve to be on the platform. It was a waste of everybody's time. If you're going to make a video about anything I do, whether it be my music or gaming or anything, at least add to it. This video wasn't adding to anything. It was wasting people's time. It didn't have anything to it. All they did was talk badly about the music and then mention me in the video. That's the whole entire video. So this was a waste of everybody's time. I'm sorry you guys are watching this, and I'm sorry that you guys had to watch this because obviously it was just absolutely just, wow, this is so bad. Since no one has told you, Obese Stan, no one cares. I know your friends care. I know you care, and you make your friends care, but no one cares. You're the only one for 4 years who's been mad at me for what reason? You don't even know me. How can you be mad at someone you don't know? If you don't like my channel, why are you still talking about me 4 years later? And if not that, who gets mad at an inactive channel, let alone something that was made years ago? If you're going to respond to it, you should have did it then. Do you not realize that? Do you not take a second and realize, this might be a waste of my time? I'm not getting anything out of this, and the only time I get anything out of this is people telling me to stop doing this. And there's people that are telling me, why are you saying this about the homies X710 or X Deadlies or anything? Because no one cares about your opinion. No one asked, and you're not even having an opinion. This isn't even an opinion. It's just blabbering and yapping about things that no one asked for. No one cares. You could have just kept it to yourself, just like I told Joshua. That video could have been something he could have kept to himself. Nobody asked about either of these videos, but yet they still make it as if people asked about these videos or cared. And it seems like the only two people that do care don't even realize it themselves. So obviously they have issues they need to fix within themselves. And I really hope they do. Wait, you're kidding me! He's acting like he never responded to that video and he made a new video about it. I know exactly what video he's watching now. Now I hear the writing in the background. Oh my gosh. They listened to a video I did when? Wait, when did I do this video? He's just, he's making a video about I made in 2021. Yo, this is the homie ZXinfinite. This guy needs to be registered in your mental institution. Bro, there's no way he's responding to this now. It's so weird. He's talking about the other guy moving on. Not him, but, which is kind of funny. With that in mind, being very hilarious because nothing has been made out of this in 4 years. He deleted all the 3 hours long videos that he made. So for him to go back to try to attack me to get some kind of thing for his little, channel or whatever, just shows that he obviously knows the truth, that he doesn't have more subscribers or views or anything. This channel I don't even use anymore. And this channel combined with any of my channels, the 3 that I currently use, this channel that I don't use that's inactive,
has more subscribers than him by itself. Like, you can add all of my stuff together and it has like the views and that I'll never see if he keeps using the sub bots and view bots and just, you know, robots as frickin' views and AI. I made this video back in 2021. Make something new. Come up with something new. I mean, if you're gonna say something, at least show proof and evidence. Don't respond to something from 4 years ago. And he's saying the audio was bad. I didn't even try.
And in the description you can see it, but I wrote this in 10-20 minutes and I made this really fast, so it goes to show how much this hurt this guy's feelings for some reason when I didn't even try. It's just like Joshua, the same exact situation. I wasn't even trying to hurt their feelings. I just wrote up something really fast and did it as a joke, and it got these guys so butthurt for no reason at all. I don't even know what the frick.
But unfortunately, you don't know what a joke is. You also don't know what satire is. You don't know what a roast is. You don't know what comedy is. So I wouldn't expect you to know exactly how that song was supposed to, you know, be and how it's supposed to play out. Obviously, the audio was bad because I didn't care enough, for one. And for two, it's actually still sounded good. And people still enjoyed it to the point where I got 10 likes, 100 views off of that. Probably him watching the video 90 times because he has nightmares about it. That's why he responded to it 3 years later to cope with his coping mechanism with his depression or whatever he has because of me. Someone saying that was a good diss track. I'm not gonna look at their channel, but they're real. And then I say I can't stand this kid. Like, it's so good. Dear Deadlies, I left my comment, but you still didn't respond. It's so weird because if it was about X Deadlies, why did he tag me in it? I'm not X Deadlies. I'm not playing that character anymore, and I am also have not used this channel in, I thought it was 2020, so I mean, I guess it was 2021 the last time I used this channel, so I haven't used this channel in 3 years. I'm at my lowest point, so that's why I fade at the bottom. There you go. Yes, I forgot how good this was. And the freaking lyrics are going crazy. And it's funny how he has someone else like talk about the video as if it was about them.
Kind of reminds me of the next video I'll be watching, and it's just so weird because they both have people to respond for them and people to talk about me with them, when in the situation that makes more sense because he slightly knows about me. In Joshua's situation, they don't know about me, so how would they even know anything about the situation that me and him had in 2016, 2017 was like the peak or whatever the last time, even though we hanged out with for like, you know, 12 years before that. So it's just so weird. I don't know if they known him since 2008, but I don't think it really counts, even if they did. Because, like, there's no way that they were there because it was only me and Joshua that was there the entire time, so I don't know how they can even have an opinion on anything. They could have said no, but they're yes men. They could have said no to say anything about me, but they just, you know, they went along with it. I'm pretty sure they don't care, though, which is cool. You know, that would be cool. I mean, they seem like chill people because, you know, they're chill with Joshua, so I mean, like, I think all of us could be chill, but it's just, I don't know why we're doing this, and I don't really understand the entire point of all this when we could all just be chill. Like, I don't really know about the first guy, Obese Stan. I don't know if we could ever be friends. I can see it happening, but like Joshua and his friends, like, I don't see why that can't happen.
I had a freaking breakdown of this, 30-minute breakdown of this video stream, so if they couldn't understand it, even though the lyrics are right here, which is again really weird because this is before well, actually no, this is Emperor Ultimate, never mind, I started putting lyrics in descriptions by then too. Eminem Stan but best. It's like Stan, which was best, but it's also best, basically, is what I'm saying. Excuse me. Will leave me obsessed, unhealthy health. Yep, there you go. Speaking of being obsessed, this video was made 3 years ago and he's talking about it now. And the fact that I used my own cadence, but it was like Eminem's lyrics and how he rapped it, like with the same flows and stuff. Obviously, I wasn't trying to completely replicate his cadence because it was more like a parody.
It was my own spin and take on it, plus being a parody, unlike illShot, which was my own take on that, but also, you know, my own version of it. Not exactly like illShot, but I did take inspiration from some of the lyrics that he did, and even used a couple of them that he did, because it can be used in my situation and still would make sense. I mean, these are just, you know, common sense things that doesn't require any critical thinking. Seeing it, I mean, you don't even really need to think about it. It's just straightforward. It's very self-explanatory.
And going down to the comments here really quickly, this guy makes these fake accounts to act like they're random people. They say the same words he says himself. They're saying, like, the words he says in his dictionary of his mind they say the exact same words as him. It's obviously him. Also, if you look at my search bar, all these are good. So check him out. It's so weird. He went from showing his face to being a VTuber or something now. I don't know what's going on here. It's just very, very weird. And then he showed his face while talking about me on millions of Twitch streams, and then he deleted it. And then now it's whatever this is. He just can't be confident enough to show his face, but he'll talk about my facial features and my appearance and talk about me, but he doesn't ever show his face. Not once on his whole entire channel, in fact. And the videos he did on me in the beginning, he showed his face of him playing guitar or something, so good job. He knows how to play guitar, so do I. So that's not really a feat at all. It's so weird. He'll play this game and ignore the entire game and then talk about me from a video I did 3 years ago. So this guy's completely delusional. He needs to go outside. Oh my gosh, ow. Someone changed their fire alarm. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, speaking about having money, they talk about have so much money they can't even change their fire alarm, bro. Like, my stuff ain't even at full volume when I heard that. Oh my gosh, bro. If you're gonna at least make a video trying to humiliate me, at least don't embarrass yourself in the process.
Unfortunately, both of these guys, well, you'll see the second video, but yeah, it doesn't go well for both of them. But then again, what is the entire point? Like, they don't even realize at the end of the day, what are they actually getting out of this whole thing?
So it's just him sitting there for about like a whole minute straight doing nothing. You know, it's so weird that the other guy's in the background talking. My Twitter DMs are open, or X DMs are open, so my messages are open. If it was that bad to the point where they're so dedicated and they love my music, and they're also extremely obsessed that they go back to watch my old stuff, they can't tell me how much that it's a problem in my DMs, so why does it matter if they aren't going to tell me about it? Because if it was so bad, they would have told me about it. Neither of these guys make music, and on top of that, it was a joke. So if they didn't take it as a joke, then they obviously are mishandling the whole situation, for one. I mean, it's not really both of them, because the other guy, I don't even know who he is. He's not in the comments, so he doesn't care. He's there for the clout. This guy probably paid him to be in the video, because I don't think this guy has any friends at all. Considering they're also not in the description, and they're also not showing their face or reaction, which would make this video 10 times better. It's just so weird. If it was such a bad thing, you would have think for the last 3 years they would have let me know or something, but I haven't got anything, so I mean, there's nothing that needs to be done.
X-Deadlies, I need you to remaster.
So he just said, X-Deadlies, I need you to remaster the song, but he ats my new channel. Mental institution. I might need to call him back. I might need to say he needs to stay there longer, even though I said he needs the maximum stay.
He's not gonna even see the tweet.
How would you know I'm not gonna see any tweets? What happened there? Why do you think I'm not gonna see the tweets? If you're tweeting at me, I'll look at my mentions right now. Nope. Don't see anything. Don't see anything in my tweets. The last thing I got was a collaboration with the homie. Matter of fact, I go in my tweets right now, and the only one that is in this whole thing has me blocked. So there's nothing I need. 10K, and not a single person's seen him. And looking at his tweets, he doesn't get any likes at all. It's very clear and obvious that no one cares about the content he makes. So it's just very odd that either of these guys think that anybody cares about what they make, if they don't give people a reason for people to care. And you can say what you will about that, but that's just the truth. I mean, like, if anybody disagrees with me, I'd love to see why, and please elaborate. Because, you know, showing the proof of evidence right there of what both of those guys mainly use, besides Instagram, there's no numbers. There's no numbers that show at all. And I don't really even use X or even really care about any of that stuff. And still, I have about, like, almost 100 followers on an app I don't use, and I get likes quite a bit. I'm being followed by verified people, even, in fact. So, I mean, there's not really much to say there. I mean, if you really want to compare, I know these famous Call of Duty YouTubers, and they have me added on the freaking game, and it's so cool. Okay, but how do you still suck then? How do you still not be able to drop a nuke? How are you still able to not have mastery camos? How are you still able to not drop a clip even? How are you still able to be basically just a basic player at the game, a bot at the game?
Or just straight up a casual player?
Both of them. I mean, I was talking about Obese Dan, but how both of you guys follow all these FaZe clan members and follow all these people and still not be good at the game. It just baffles me.
Especially when it's about video games and they have proved nothing.
And that's just video game wise. Music wise, they don't have anything in. So for them to talk about music, okay, they don't like my music. Some people don't like music. Some people do. Some people don't like some people's music. Some people like some people's music. Same thing with content. Same thing with gaming. Same thing with all that. But it's very obvious that they're doing it for the views. That will never happen. They're doing it for all of that. And that's the only reason why they're best friends now. Which just shows how Joshua's changed as a person. He went from a decent person to a very toxic, he's not going to go where he wants to go as he continues, talking about me the way he is and doing all that, which I'll get to in a second.
Calling him out right now.
Oh my gosh, call out an inactive channel that hasn't been active in 3 years. Let's go. Call out that inactive channel. It's just like him being in an echo chamber, because that's exactly what's going on here. My Twitter DMs are open. I just showed it. If it was this important and you wanted to contact me about this whole thing, you would have contacted me. But no, it's just not that important to you, because if it was this important, you would have contacted me. But no, you can't accept any Discord phone calls. You are too scared for all of that. I don't know why either of these guys are scared of me and intimidated by me, but I mean, if they want to continue being intimidated by not responding by texting or not by, contacting me in any way, shape, or form, then obviously they're just mad. I mean, there's no other way around it.
Are you really?
Yeah, watch this.
Oh, it's so cool. He's so freaking cool, guys. He's gonna at my new channel, even though he said he's gonna at that channel, because he knows that he's not gonna get any numbers. So, congratulations, you're doing nothing with your life, and, no job applications are put in, so good job.
This track about me.
Well, that was a waste of my time, and it also was not a diss track, it was a roast track. Going into the comments here, because he's terminally online, you're not cool. So why does being cool matter? Where did that come from? You listen to music for years, would never find it good, just cringe. Okay, so you're going to listen to it? That wasn't even any of my music. That wasn't even technically even a roast. Well, if anything, it was a roast track, but it was just a random video I made. It wasn't even my music. And you didn't even react to my music in this video, so where did my music get into this? How was that related to any of this? So, if you didn't like my music, then why are you still listening to it? If you are this late, then I assume you've at least listened to all of it, because, the only times I get dislikes are from this small group of people, the minority, that I don't even say is a minority, because they're just nobodies. Like, this elementary humor just shows how, how where he is in his head. Like, he is not grown. I think he has this I don't know if it's a mental disorder or something, but it's like where you think in your head that you're just 11 years old, 10 years old or something, and you haven't grown to that adult. Basically premature and obviously uneducated age. I think that's where he's at in his head, because this stuff that he's saying in his comments is elementary level, and then the guy's laughing in the video and he sounds and I can tell there is something going on there, and I know exactly what it is. If it's cringe and it makes you uncomfortable, which is what cringe means, then you're going to listen to it. Why? So if it's that bad, and if it's so bad, then why do you keep going back to listen to it? And then I commented, my DMs are open, talking about Josh so much when he's fully moved on. That's very interesting, because if he moved on a long time ago, he wouldn't have made a video and still continue to make videos for years. I didn't insult anybody. That's a misinterpretation. If I needed therapy, I'd be in therapy. If I continued to need anger management classes, I would, still go to anger management classes. I don't need anything right now because I'm not mentally unstable like you. Talk about moving on. Is there any way that you can not have me in your content and get views? Is there a way where you don't involve me into any of that and finally get some numbers? Is there a way? No, there is no way. The only way you get views, like I said in one of my videos, is as if I'm involved because I know what I'm doing. I don't even know what this is. I'm just going to delete my comment because this is going nowhere, so I'm not going to try. He's made all these accounts here. If you consider wanting to be friends, and you want to be friends and talk things out, and you want to just unblock me on Twitter, and we can follow each other on social media, start collaborating again, then stop the video right here. The rest of the video does not matter. I truly suggest that just stopping right here and just texting me, being like, hey, can you take down the video? I'm down to be friends. Sorry for the whole thing. I took down my video about your roast track. We could start there. Then, that's what we could do going forward.
But if you don't want to be friends and you really thought about things, you took the time to think about things, then you can go forward with the video and go from there. But just really think about it for a second before you continue watching the video. But if your final decision is you don't want to be friends, then enjoy the rest of the video.
It's the first one. Now time for the... Oh gosh. No, don't play it. Don't play it. Please don't play it.
To put it simply, he straight up just became his worst enemy. All these people that bullied him at school and all this stuff that happened back in the days, and he just became the person that he said he didn't like back in school and all this. He's told me about all this stuff and people not liking him, and now he became the bully himself. He became what he didn't like. He became what people have done to him in school. So, I don't know, man. I really want him to be, just the person he was back then in 2016. No one can say that about me. There's no bring this 2016 vibes back. There's nothing that can be said about me, because it's just stupidly unnecessary. But for him, he's just changed, man, and it sucks because I don't know what happened to Joshua, bro. I really don't know. I really miss the times we had and all that stuff, and he just seems to think that I'm a bad person somehow, some way, and just after everything, it doesn't make sense to me. He doesn't think about it, and I've been thinking about it ever since, 2017, ever since he left. I'm like, dude, this dude was freaking awesome. Why did it go the way it did? Why is it still going this way? I just hope that one day he'll think about it, he'll reconsider his actions, he'll, realize that there's no point into doing this the way he's doing it now. Man, I miss having that friend, bro. Because I don't want to make these videos, I say these things because they're just common sense and true. I don't want to, even really say these things about him because I know that, deep down inside, he wants to be my friend. Deep down inside, he knows that after everything, at the end of the day, he might have all that energy built up and all that anger and madness or whatever, and just whatever. I really don't know, but it's dang, bro, we came so far back in 2017 and all the stuff we did in Origins and all the ideas we did, and I mean, what we did, we had the potential, and then it just got stopped, and then I just don't understand why he doesn't want to just continue doing it. He wants to do all these things that he never felt before. He never felt like this before. He was never like this before. He's just completely changed, and I don't know what happened to freaking, Origins Hawk. He's not Hawk anymore. He's a completely different person. So that's why I don't think he deserves the gamer tag, because he's not that person anymore. He's not the same person. And neither am I, but that's the thing about growing up, and that's the thing about how time passes and you only get one life. So it's having these things happen are not necessary for the long run. When he talks about saying at the end of the day, he needs to realize that he needs to do and think about things himself. It's not always, other people, and blame it on other people. He has to at least try himself and just think about things. And it just, man, I don't know. I mean, out of everybody, on the internet that I met, this is the one guy that I can, at least see myself being somewhat at least friends with. And if he makes his final decision and decides not to be friends, that's completely up to him. But he knows. He knows if he takes a second to think about it. 2016 was lit. With me and just him, just me and him, that alone. No one else. No one else's opinion. No one else's inputs. No one else's just anything. Me and him, no. We had freaking amazing, great times. We made memories. And he said it himself. So I just don't know why he's going to say the same thing and agree with basically what I'm saying, and then say the complete opposite in the same video. And you'll see the video in a minute. But it's just I just really, really, really hope that he chooses one. Just choose one. Don't make it difficult for yourself and everybody else. Just choose one and go with it. Just go with things. Either be my friend or don't be my friend and leave it.
I think it's a very, very obvious choice that he can make. He's completely changed, and it's for the worst. I really think that he should think about his actions and reconsider. And, you know, he might watch this video and be mad at the parts where I completely, like, just tell him how it is and the truth. And he can feel the way he feels. But, I mean, like, really, if you think about it, and anybody on the outside of things would say, okay, so wait, why is he not trying to be friends with him? Why is he doing everything but trying to be friends with the homie ZXinfinite? And that's exactly how I feel, too. And it just, I don't know, man. I tried. I did everything I could. I just want my friend back.
I just want to see if someone responded to my comment.
No. This channel is all about variety. Why does everything have to have variety in it? You know the first channel that did that? That for whatever reason, it all goes back to a channel that I don't use. I've had this since 2016. I upload other varieties of content. I made that in 2016, right? Guess who also did that? A variety content creator. What do you mean? He's been talking about this for so long. What is that? What is the colors? Bro, $20 for this? What? Wait, where's the logo? It's just gaming? What is this? Bro, this is so basic. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why is this made? What is this? What does this mean? Create your own thing. Are you serious? No, he did not just do that. Bro, you're kidding me. There's no way someone's gonna put that on their kid. No one's gonna. No way, bro. So now it's official. The 2Ks from X Deadlies basically make this my merch. So he's selling merch of mine now. 378. There's no way people would buy this. Like, actually, someone bought this? Is this all this is? 2018? Oh my gosh. So this dude didn't wear any of his merch at the parks. Oh my. He got engaged, bro. Look at these numbers. 2,400. And then you go to his videos, not even close. Now see, the reason why I don't think those purchases are real, because look at this. This is his 20th birthday, right? So normally videos like this will get people to look at it because it's, you know, it's an event. You know, he's turned 20, whatever. That's the only time people actually look at his channels, because when it's like life updates that affects his life, or, you know, and a huge event. That's the only time that people return in his life. So fake stuff right that, like there, like that's all fake, whatever. And here's the thing. I've already explained this. His mom and maybe his dad and him probably all put money together to buy those fake subscribers, to buy that fake stuff. So when I see that, and then I don't see the same on here, and I don't see the same on Twitter, like look, nothing on Facebook, nothing on Reddit, so no one on Reddit, Facebook, or even Twitter. Let's see Twitter, if there's actually something here. Nope. So when I see all those people buying the merch, I'm wondering how can that be true? Because, let's see, he has 2,000 subscribers, right? How come he only got 100 views on this so important video? And you notice it's all positive, all the likes, but usually if anybody's popular and if anybody's popping like that, and even people with millions of subscribers, anybody on the platform, PewDiePie, you know, frickin' anybody that has lots and lots of views, they at least get one dislike. There's people that at least don't like their content, so of course they're gonna, you know, dislike the video. He doesn't have a single dislike most of the time, it seems, or at least from what I've seen, and if he does, it's only a couple, but he gets like 20 likes, but not even half of the amount of comments, so it just seems extremely sus. And you would think with so much numbers going on that all of it would add up together, but it's just like, it's very randomized. It's almost as if, you know, there's something sus going on, which is very obvious and clear to anybody that's been on the platform. For anybody that does the research and for anybody that knows about this type of stuff, they can see that that is sus. That's why, you know, I'm talking about this stuff, because I'm not just going to sit here and be like, oh, he's better than me. Oh, he got these numbers. He got all of this. I'm not going to sit here and believe everything I see on the internet, because for one, it's the internet. For two, if
I'm already being spammed with fake accounts from two of the same people that don't have the numbers, but they have the subs or they have the followers and all this, but don't get the likes, don't get the numbers to back it up. When it comes to certain things, it's just it's very weird, and it's super obvious because, like, again, I know about this stuff. That's why I'm bringing it up in the first place. I'm not just gonna say, oh, fake numbers, and then, like, you know, just go off of that. I'm gonna show examples. I'm gonna show proof and evidence as best as I can. You know, I can only go so far with it if they themselves are not going to show the evidence and proof. It's, I guess you could say, you know, really pure speculation unless I go to all their social medias and show it. I can't even show any of Joshua's because he has me blocked on Twitter. I could probably go to his Instagram, but he most likely has me blocked there. And I'm not going to go to his Facebook because that's just unnecessary to even put personal information that's solely between two people and just share it with everybody in the world. It just doesn't make any sense at all.
And 20 likes. How did he get 20 likes? We're going to exclude the fake account, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 comments in total. 5 if you want to count this one. And this guy was copying the variety thing. I don't know what's going on here.
But he looks like he goes to Fortnite and Rule 34 on anime chicks, but I'm not going to get into that.
This guy I'm not really counting because he's been there for a long time. Or fake subscribers. Ow, my ears. Because look at this. They're not consistent. Look at this, bro. 20, 200. And it's because it's ninja diffusing. And it's on the newest Call of Duty and ranked play.
I completely forgot to mention that there's only 16 videos. There's absolutely no way someone can pop off like that. I highly, highly, highly doubt those are real numbers. There's no way he only has 16 videos. Sure, if he's a streamer, whatever. But it doesn't happen that quick. Maybe it does for some people, but the videos aren't consistent. I don't believe it. If he did pop off, I feel like the numbers would match, but it doesn't match. It doesn't match up with, like, actual... You know, I've seen channels that actually have the numbers and actually have the real people. But that right there is a pure example of don't believe it because it's so clear of what it is. And that's why it's so weird. Like, why does, like, 5 of these channels all have sub-bots and fake viewerships? And if I looked at the live streams, I very much believe that it is not consistent. So, I mean, you could say that they might not be consistent and it's speculation and that I'm wrong because I can't prove that it's inconsistent or I can't prove it or whatever. You could say whatever, but then it goes to, can you prove me wrong though? You know, if I was wrong, how could that be exactly? If you could prove me wrong that I'm wrong, then it's like, go ahead and explain. And anybody could say, oh, this video isn't about these people or these couple of guys. But firstly, it's my video. And secondly, if they have said nothing about me, it doesn't matter if they did or didn't. But I think one of them did, the Velocity guy, probably. I mean, I've interacted with him on Twitter. I mean, both of these guys, you know, could be super chill. And even Velocity could be. But I don't know them, so I can't say if they're chill or not. I never talked to them. I've only talked to Velocity on Twitter. He seemed kind of chill. You know, anybody could said anything behind closed doors or, you know, behind my back or just not mentioned me in tweets or I just haven't got the notification. You know, and anything could have happened. But that is not, you know, an excuse to talk about these guys. I'm just talking about these guys because they're comparable with the numbers not adding up and not matching with everything. And, you know, you could say whatever about me putting these guys in the video, but it's not hating on these guys. It's not hating on any of these guys that I'm making this video on. It's not hating at all. It's just when the situation... I've already explained this. Like, it's just comparable. So that's why I'm putting it in the video, because it's like... I'm pretty sure if Joshua and his friends talked badly about me, then I don't doubt anybody else around him talked badly about me, because that's the toxic environment and bad influences that are around in this situation. If it really wasn't bad influences and Joshua wanted to prove me wrong, then I feel like those guys, when he reacted to my video, wouldn't have said anything about my roast track. It wasn't even about them. Like I said, any of these guys could have been chill, and I would be down to get to know any of them. I'd be super down to be friends with any of them. Really, I wouldn't mind being brothers with them and even playing with them and making content. You know, I think, again, like I said in one of the videos, I think it would be best if we all just be friends and make content. Like, there's so many of us. Bro, we can make custom lobbies. All of us could be a full party. If someone's not on, there's more than 6 people, you know, in this whole thing, I think, or at least know about this, you know, little drama thing, that
I bet can be down to collaborate, and we can all just do stuff. Because I know we all like Call of Duty. We all play Call of Duty, at least every channel that I've seen so far. So, I mean, I don't see why not. And if not Call of Duty, I know that one guy plays this game right here, which the only reason that that's in the background is because I don't know where to put it, so don't worry about that. I actually don't really like that game since Season 5. And Joshua again, especially. But, like, it's just, I'll see how everything plays out after this. It is what it is. I'm not mad at anybody. I'm, if anything, again, like I said, confused with Joshua. But everything else, it doesn't really matter to me. I just really hope that I can get my friend back. But I mean, like, it's just like I said, it's stuff that if you've been on the platform long enough, you can easily put 2 and 2 together and just get that. If it's not consistent, then in reality, it's just not the actual numbers, because the numbers are real people. If it's bots, okay, sure, you can count like a little bit or whatever, but if it's the majority, okay, let's just, let's actually make some content here.
All right, let's talk about the infamous clips.
Okay, he's going into the spawn, bro. Do I have to watch this?
A marksman, bro. Oh my gosh, they're not. Do they really think they're good at the game? Because a FaZe client said, you know what? Even though we started this whole thing, marksman rifles are now snipers. Like, no, the fuck they're not. Sniper rifles and marksman rifles in 2 different categories, FaZe Clan. You've lost your touch. Golden age of FaZe Clan and Call of Duty's over. Officially. In the spawn, nice. Oh my gosh. What is this on the truck, bro? He didn't move from the truck, bro. What? That's not real. That's not real. That can't be real. He's on the truck again? Bro, his only clips are sitting on this head glitch on the truck. Okay, so this is a sniper for once, and of course it's a split. Is he all of a sudden colorblind? He never had colorblind on when we played, so I don't understand what happened. Why is he colorblind?
They get in a fight that he shouldn't have done because he was being cocky.
He uploaded a clip of him getting a UAV. I can't. I actually can't.
This ain't even a real bro, 2,000 subscribers, and on his shorts he should be getting the views and stuff. But he got a UAV clip, bro. Bro, I get a UAV every game I play. Well, I mean when I did have UAV on. Okay, let's get to the trash video y'all been waiting for to cringe at. I said, yo, this is the same guy that got me blocked. He blocked me, but my messages are open if you're dedicated to hating. Otherwise, thanks, fan. Much obliged. He uploaded this to Facebook?
That's crazy. Okay, so not only did he show this to all of his audience, which includes his sponsors or these people and all of these people, but he uploaded it to Facebook for his family to see. His family and friends. So this is going out to all the people. So keep in mind, he's talking about me. And then his own mom commented, bro. His mom commented. You cannot take a more L to anything. If your mom's being a nurse like she's supposed to be, she's a nurse, bro. And she's spending time talking about this. So she's putting everybody's life at risk. The same as the other one, fake subscribers. This dude has 2,000 subscribers and 1 like. No likes, no likes, no likes, no likes, no likes. No likes, no likes, no likes. 1 like. There's nothing I need to say about these people talking about me. And then this guy. So he's a rapper. Oh, he doesn't have raps. He has freaking Call of Duty clips. So that's in common. He listens to Joyner Lucas's and Chris Brown's I Don't Die. That's what this is. So look at that. So he listens to basically the same music. Look, I'm subscribed down here. Let's see what else. All girls are the same. Yeah, I don't know some of these though. Wait, what? Whoa. Dax and is that Jake? Oh, I was thinking about AK, as I thought who that. What? Look at this, bro. Some of these songs are in my playlist. So we have stuff in common. So how's he gonna say that I'm bad at rap when he listens to the same music that I do? How can he see my music is bad, but not that? Look at this, bro. Juice WRLD, Scarlord. Okay, this is rap. This is the real rap. Okay, Sleepy Hollow and Chef G or Polo G.
Oh, I didn't know they made a song. That's cool. Hey, Boogie. Like, bro, this is the same stuff that I listen to. Or no, I don't have to, like, look at their channels. But, like, when he's listening to that type of music, but he's saying he needs to stay in his mommy's house or basement, like, bro. These guys gotta graduate from school because they're still sticking with that elementary grade roast, bro. Like, this is pre-K. Trying to be black? Who said I was trying to be black? That's racist. Why is she being racist? Oh, wait, they did go back to Alabama. I didn't think anybody would show, and I didn't do anything because he put up his hand and wanted to shake hands, and he said he didn't want to fight. He said, you want to talk this out or be friends? And I was like, all right, let's be friends. Because, like, this is stupid. You try to be intimidating on camera and try to be intimidating in real life, but the only reason why is because you have people behind you. If it was just him, this is the one thing about Joshua. He can't do it himself. He has to have people help him. He'll never be able to do anything himself. He has other people do stuff for him, and I do all my stuff myself, so that is the different dynamics between the two. One does everything themselves, doesn't complain, doesn't talk trash on other people, and doesn't make videos on anyone else trying to bring other people down, harass, and not abide by the guidelines, and just, you know, leaves things as is and works on their stuff. And then the other one, which is being him, is just doing whatever he's doing here. I don't make these drama type videos, and when I do, I don't like making it, but once I do it, then it's over. Like, then that's that. I have more views than him on his entire, I have one video that has more views than his entire channel has, I just noticed. fake stuff. So this is really weird, because, like, if I was hating, I made a joke song, like a parody song, and apparently that's hate, but I'm the one, he has me blocked. Like I say in the comments, he has me blocked. If anybody's hating anybody, he can't even talk to me, but talk trash behind my back. So what would that make him? Oh my gosh, bro, you don't see my mom, anyone from my family saying that in my comments. And yeah, so this is something that he's been saying in his video. And it's hilarious because this is the same guy that shook my hand. So that's over. And this is the same guy that lost in gaming, no matter what. Can't hit a better clip than me. And he's been obsessively stalking over me, and it's funny that his mom is saying that I'm stalking him. Because if you and your mom are both stalking me obsessively in my comments and everything, that would mean that if anybody's obsessed, your family is even getting involved. Your family is also starting to obsess over me. But I'm the one obsessed. I never asked anybody to comment. I never asked anybody or talk to anybody to do anything because they don't care. I mean, your family might, but mine has lives. They have jobs. They're doing stuff every day. They're working hard every day of their life. I mean, like, there's just no point. Like, come on, man. Yet, there's so many videos that he made that probably he took down that he made not on his main channel. But don't worry, YouTube knows and can see it. YouTube knows about it. It's on their platform. They can see everything. You know, that's all connected to, you know, his main account. I mean, it's just super obvious. So anybody can say I'm wrong or whatever, but YouTube themselves know it. They see it. They know it's on their platform. So it's just, you know, up to them if they care about their guidelines or not. That's one thing on its own. But also, they might not even see it at all because there's more important things happening and more important things going on in the world, and this guy's sitting here, you know, talking trash on me, being mad at me, and just like the other guy encouraging him to do this drama and badly influencing him to do any of this. I mean, there's just more important things going on in the world, and, you know, wars going on, and this guy's sitting here thinking that this is the worst part of happening in the world and just the worst thing happening in the world right now. He's focusing on this instead of focusing on, you know, more things that actually matter to everybody. And again, like, the only people that care about this whole thing really are like 4 people, 2 random parents and 2 randoms. So the last time we hanged out was 2016, right? He made a video 6 years later. And also, the song I just made out of nowhere, I just wrote it because I thought it was going to be a funny song, and I made it, and he instantly replied. He's the one that's getting under my skin. Like, that doesn't make any sense. How? Because I have more views than him. I don't really care about numbers. He has obviously fake viewership, so why would I care? He posts on Facebook about this drama, but yet every time he says he comes back to this town, he says he wants to fight or whatever, but he has me blocked, so how can that happen? For one. For two,
No matter when he wants to milk the situation as much as possible, when we never were friends, we never had a connection at all. So he tries to like be enemies with me somehow because he couldn't be friends with me, or I don't know the situation. He's just very delusional, and he's very, very, very mentally ill. Yeah, and then in the comments I said, "You're the mother defending your adult son over me and him not hanging out in years in a public place, the internet, for everyone to see." And I said, "It's truly sad to see Joshua isn't the only one who hasn't changed. Leave it alone, move on, and scroll on, and maybe it wouldn't stress you two out anymore. Try it out. It might work for you guys." Oh, I'm the one who needs to move on, right? Ridiculous and embarrassing. Move on and scroll on. So I'm saying scroll on because that's what they tell me, but then they're going to make this video, so it's just like, bruh. Yeah, alright. Here we go. He always has to show his friends. His friends weren't there for 2016 and Origins Alliance. His friends weren't there for all that stuff. So why is he showing his friends? Why does he need his friend's opinion? Because that's where his confidence comes from. Because it's his friends. It's not him. He's scared. He knows that all this stuff is true. He knows that all the stuff he says about me is stuff that how he feels. I'm humiliating him. He's embarrassing himself also. So it's like, you know, it's like double points in zombies because he's a zombie. I get under his skin and it eats him alive, and he just can't do anything about it. He obviously knows that he has the fake viewership, and he knows that I showed him YouTube, so he can't beat me in that game. And there is no game to be beat. There is no game to be played because there's just no comparison either. There's just nothing to be done here. He's just like complaining and whining like a little freaking kid about this video. What are you doing? Live your life, bro. Go do something. Go freaking enjoy yourself. Why are you spending your time on this? Because you don't get any views unless it's about me? Yes. Why are you doing it again? Not gonna lie. It's kind of bored. We're doing this twice. You need to shut the fuck up. But as you talk, cause I'm putting the paper to the nose, cause hearing you is like the board to a chalk, so let be used like you at home was, but we can't get through what I was talking about. Ran, sleep in your house. Look at his reaction, he does it true. He's trying to act like professional, but it's like, it's kind of funny because he went from rat sleeping in his room, pissed, smelling everywhere, dog shit everywhere, not getting cleaned up. His house was unsanitary as fuck. Bunches and bunches, punches is thrown into your frontless. It's very odd that he's acting like he's so clean and his image is so clean and all this is so clean. It's because he never showed his life on camera. He never showed the things that I seen. He never showed the events that he says that this and this happened, but he won't show it. So it's just, you know, word of mouth. This is gonna be your doom for eternity. I'm the reason you. You know he likes the song. You know he likes it. He's just sitting there listening to it. He's not pausing or saying anything about it.
He can't get through his lines. He's stuttering. You know what?
So cool. So cool. It's just, bro, he's trying so hard.
He can't get through his lines.
You don't listen to hip hop, so I don't expect you to understand how it works in hip hop or rap. So yeah, to you, I'm not gonna get through my lines unless it's by some fucking Pokemon rap by like Nate Wants to Battle or something. I don't know what you listen to nowadays. I know you watch SML for some reason. So yeah, I don't know what to say to that. I'm sure everybody that's critiqued my music and even called it hip hop, and you know, yeah, I do a little bit of hip hop / rap and stuff like that, sure. But I'm sure that everybody that's talked about it knows about that type of music, listens to that type of music. Yes, it's one of the most popular things that's been popular in recent years. Yes, they probably listen to it. But because I don't have the music like mainstream or have the music like, you know, YouTube rap or whatever, have the music exactly like that, it's not going to be good. Or it's not going to be good because it's me doing it, you know. Just no other reason. There's no reason that they elaborate or explain on. It's just bad music apparently because it's me doing it. Just no points at all. There's just no arguments here. What is this? It's bad because why? Go on, explain to me. Explain why it's a bad thing. Go on. You could do this. Explain why the content's bad. Explain why anything's bad.
So you guys can hear this all the way through?
Because you know it's good and because you don't have anything to say to it because you know it's true. I mean, come on now. You might as well just admit it. Yeah, because they know the whole situation and they get it, huh? So let's see. Are they going to be yes men and agree with you and ride for the views and clout? All this can be edited out. Oh yeah, and then they start cringely yawning like nerds. No, I'm kidding. Wait, was one of my videos playing after? Yeah, it was. He doesn't want to show that he subbed.
First of all, that was terrible.
Like that. He needed that confidence from his friends because he knows he doesn't have enough confidence, like, against me for some reason, because he thinks this is against me. He thinks that we're, like, fighting or something. He needs that confidence from his friends because he knows I'm right. He knows that that's true. I don't need... Do you see anybody else in here? No, you don't. Because I don't need anybody to tell me you're right about this and this and that. No, I don't care about none of that.
95% of the he said.
Can you get away from your mic? Why are you sucking it and caressing it later?
You couldn't even understand it?
Yeah, you probably can't understand it because you stand under me. So it's weird that he says it's lies, but then he replies to it later saying that it's true and it happened, but he got it fixed and this and this and that. So how is he going to say one thing and then completely contradict himself later on? Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. He's saying that it's all lies and this and that, and then he's going to go ahead and say, yeah, I pissed in the bed because of a disorder or something. Wow, that sucks. You don't do it anymore? Okay. Don't need to hear you complain about it again because you already did an update saying that you don't do it anymore or whatever. If you've already talked about it, why you talk about it in this video like I'm supposed to care? I don't care, and stop guilt-tripping people that don't care. Not everybody you talk to is going to care about what you do. Not everybody's going to want to be your friend, especially after they, like, see this video. I'm showing the true Joshua. This is a fake, like, persona that he tries. This isn't him. This is just a try-hard version of him who tries everything that he possibly can to do what I do, and he comes back years later because he can't do what I do to get mad at me because that's just how he copes with it. He's going insane and mental because he can't, do anything, and he'll have a mental breakdown throughout the video. It's just sad to see. This is how far he's gone, like, because he's not getting the help he needs. If he was in therapy at this time, what would his therapist say about this video if she ever saw it? He's putting this out on Facebook, he's putting it out on Twitter, I don't doubt, and he put it up on YouTube, so, everybody's gonna see it. So if he told his therapist about his YouTube, I don't doubt he told her about me, or told him about me, the therapist about me, because it's so weird because we don't barely know each other. And he's going back and forth on wanting to be best friends, brothers, and then talking trash on me because of his parents and everybody around him manipulating him to try to think I'm a bad person because I'm the only one actually trying to help him.
First of all, he wants to say that
No, there's no wanting to say. I said it. I don't know. See, you're getting everything wrong. Everything that comes out of your mouth is... You seem confused, like you don't know what you're talking about. And if that's the case, why make 30 minutes on a freaking 4-minute song? And why talk about stuff that you know isn't true yourself and waste your time with that if you have all these sponsors and all these companies and all this stuff and this and that you could talk to, and then all these streams that barely pull off the views that amount to the views that you should be getting on your channel.
The reason I moved to Alabama? No, I actually didn't want to move.
Go on.
I was the only one in my family who wanted to stay. We moved.
Just look at his mannerisms, bro. Look at him. Look at the camera. He knows it's cap.
No one cares. No one cares. No one asked. Go on.
It takes him so long to make up an excuse and a lie because he's just got to do it. For what reason? No one cared. No one asked. No one cared. The people in the background don't say anything about me and don't say anything about the video because they just don't care. Unless he asks, they'll be like, "Oh, it's bad. It's bad." And then they're saying to each other, "Is he gonna be done yet so we can play games?" Oh, I don't know, man. I hope he's done. I hope he's moving on from Zach. He's still talking about him. Yeah, isn't the last time you saw him was in 2018, and the last time they actually hanged out was 2017. Yeah, bro, that was like 7 years ago, but he won't stop, bro. And then he edits the part of the video where he's like, "Yo, what do you guys talk about?" And they're like, "Oh, nothing. We're just saying how bad it was because it doesn't make sense why his flows were like that or something." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, what is he talking about?
I'm trying to be him.
You are.
Clone of him.
You are, because look at your name. There's nothing I need to say, bro. Your name and your hair and your logo, whatever, all me and FaZe Jev. FaZe Jev for the color. It's like, bro, you watch something and you're instantly in love with them. And then you watch FaZe Jev, that's the case. You watch me, that's the case. It's cringe, weird, and you need help.
In his rap, and according...
Okay, well, it's a roast track, so it's not specified as a rap, but I'm the one who made it. Oh, let me guess, he's gonna bring up, but he had all of these channels. Why does that matter? You can bring up all the numbers you want, but it's so clear that you have fake views, bro. No one's gonna care about what you're about to say. Bro, he's so, bro, if anybody needs to put a video at 1.5 speed, speaking of, he needs to put it on this video. Either that,
Or he could just simply put in the effort and dedication that he says he does and edit out the parts that he doesn't need in that video. And in the same video, he says he's so dedicated to doing all this, but he can't even edit that video. He didn't even edit that video at all. And I don't doubt that his other videos are the same. Oh gosh, this freaking channel. Or if he had so much money that he apparently has, he can pay an editor. I mean, is it that hard to come up with any of these things if you're a creator? Is it that hard to really come up with any of these things? I mean, why am I the only one who, comes up with these things?
And then, how many channels has he? You said so many names.
It would be this guy talking about names and talking about so many names when this guy hasn't even came up with one himself. He says he does all this stuff himself, but doesn't explain where his gamer tag came from. How many? If that was true, where's the proof or evidence? And you can't even name any of them. So how is that even true?
Can decide on what fucking he wants.
I've already explained this. For one of the reasons why I moved from that channel is because the toxicity and drama. That is one of the reasons why I moved from that channel. The other reason is, sure, I could have just renamed the channel and rebranded. I just wasn't down. And also, someone was trying to get into that channel or something like that, Royals or whatever. So I wasn't down to, have all that happen. It was just unnecessary, and it would have just ended up in a lot of drama that I wasn't down for, and just, it was just stupid and unnecessary, so I was not down for that. So what did I do? I, made a couple channels. Sure, I made a couple channels along the way. That doesn't matter to anybody. Why does that matter? It just seems like he's incapable of making actual valid points. It seems like he's always making up excuses to try to get at me because he's mad at me for no reason at all. For someone who doesn't know me, this is just very insufferable to watch through this, and it's just sad. As I've explained before, if you didn't know, or if you've heard this for the millionth time, because, if you've gone this far into the video, you definitely got to be, a fan or something. So leave a like while you're at it, and comment if you have any questions, comments, or just concerns. Can I speak English? What the frick am I saying? Anyways, so as I was saying, the reason why I came up with the name The Homie ZXinfinite, like I said, is because this is the name that I've always wanted to go for. Since my first channel, Epic Poke Trainer Z, this is the name that I was looking for 20 years. This is the name that I wish I named myself 12 years ago now. So, I mean, this is the name that I chose and came up with, and I really like. Yes, I've came up with a lot of names. I even came up with your name. So, you shouldn't be, a hypocrite here and contradict yourself completely by trying to get mad at me for using a name when you don't even have a name yourself. I made your name, and it isn't even yours. I didn't give you the gamer tag. You just decided to use it for some reason, and then you say it's yours, and then you act all narcissistic when you don't even have your own name. And if anything, you should come up with your own gamer tag and username and, have any type of reason to have your channel that has nothing to do with me, but yet you still make Let's Plays, courtesy of me. You still play Call of Duty, courtesy of me. And you delete all your videos and live streams that included me in it. And you came up with this excuse that someone hacked your channel when really it was you deleting it, because the first videos and live streams that you had on your channel included who? Who was in your first content that you uploaded to YouTube? Who was there? Was it Georgie the Bear? Was it the homie ZXinfinite? Was it, X Deadlies or something? We wouldn't know because you deleted it. But truth be told, you and I both know that it was including me. You deleted it because you didn't want people to see that I'm the one who got you into this. You deleted it because you didn't want to admit that I'm the one who got you into this. And you also don't want to show that I collaborated with you back then. You don't want to show that the first person who ever collaborated with you and made content with you and put your name on the map, if at all, like if anybody was interested, was me. I'm the reason you have views right now. I'm the reason that people looked at your channel is because I did so much for you, and you repay me like this. This is how you show me how much you care about this whole thing. You repay me like this. You say that everything's been my fault. Yeah, because I shouldn't have got you into this, because obviously you're not grateful for all the stuff that I did for you. I did so much for you, and you talk so badly on my name. You want to talk about respect, but in the same video, you show how disrespectfully how much you don't care, And it's perfect because I don't even have to do anything because you prove me right there. You talk about how you have respect and you don't even know what respect is. So it's like, why are you even talking about all this stuff you don't even know about? This is why I shouldn't have got you into this, because now you're talking about stuff you don't know about. You're trying to get into stuff you don't know about because I wasn't around you enough to teach you all this stuff. That's why I was mentoring you, because without me, obviously this is the point that you're at. This is the videos you're going to make because you chose this to do this too. After all I did for you, and you want to make all the issues and problems about me. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be here. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be complaining in front of all your audience about me after 7 years that we have not hanged out. If it weren't for me, you wouldn't be playing Call of Duty right now. You'd be still on Minecraft probably. You'd be still doing whatever you do. Not even thinking about doing YouTube. Maybe you would be doing YouTube. Who the frick knows? But you would not be right here, right now, talking about me for no reason at all if it were for me. So yes, it was a good thing at first, and then eventually turned into a bad thing because, you know, that's what you wanted to do. You made your decisions. This wasn't my choice. I didn't make you make those decisions. The only choice that I'm doing right now is, you know, showing the people what truly happened, because you can't tell them the truth. You can't admit what is true and what isn't. You have to just fabricate all these stories. You have to just make up all these stories to make me look like the bad person. But again, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't be here right now. So at least be grateful for, you know, the person who put you on this platform, because no matter what, you can't take back the fact that I am the one who put you on this platform. So congratulations. You know, you can tell everybody all these stories that you want, but I just don't have the time, and just I don't want to put in the effort into lying and making up stuff. It's just whatever, you know. I don't really care about what goes on next. I would like my friend back, but if I can't get him back, then it is what it is. You know, I don't. Just do what you do, bro. Like, I could care less at this point. For some reason, I don't know why you deleted that video. Like, I really don't get why you were like, you know what? You know what would be a really good decision? Let me just delete all these videos that I really like. Let me talk about the 2016 vibes and bringing that back. Let me talk about how good the memories they were, but I'm gonna just delete it at the same time. Or did you private it? Like, what? What? Like, this just gives me a migraine. Like, this is a free migraine every time it's about this guy. Sure, Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, you know, we both like those things, but you could play that and all. I mean, I got a Pokemon blanket right here. Minecraft, not necessarily courtesy of me. You know, we both played it and all, so, you know, that's all out of the question. So, I mean, really, it's just those couple of things and content creation in the first place. If you would have admitted that in the same video, that would have been the first step to accountability right there. But it's just too hard to admit when you're wrong, because that's how egotistical this guy is. He just can't admit defeat. He can't admit anything. He's just got to make up all these lies because he thinks that his clean image is, you know, what he wants to keep, and he just tries to make me look bad, and without proof or evidence. So it's really weird. That's why I say all of his followers and all of his people that are subscribed to him and all the people that buy his merch are children. I mean, one of the people that bought his merch, one of the comments said, "My 13-year-old loves this hoodie." Like, bro, like, I'm not going to show it in the video because it doesn't matter to anybody. It's funny that he's saying that too. Oh my gosh, the hypocrisy. It's funny that he says that because he can't even make a name for himself. He's using a gamer tag that I made. Like, bro, speak for yourself, man.
Ever since I had Hawk, I've stayed on Hawk. Yeah,
Shut up.
but
Shut up.
obviously, I'm not wearing the hoodie.
No one
Let's
cares.
just talk about this.
You didn't have to say that. You could have just talked about it. And bro, like, half of this video could have been way shorter if you took out all the parts and actually edited his video. If he actually cared about his fans, if he actually cared about his channel, he would have edited all of that, but he didn't.
If I'm a clone of him,
You are.
how come I have merch
Why? What does that have to do with being a clone?
and sponsored? He does
Sponsored by who?
So
By who?
I'm a clone.
By who? No proof or evidence? Like, bro, am I really gonna watch this whole video and he's not gonna bring up anything?
I have more subs than him now, but I'm a clone.
Yes.
I do my own original content.
Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh. What original content, dude. You make update videos every day. You make Let's Plays and you stream like mods of Minecraft and you play Pokemon. You just do Let's Plays. You do reactions. You're nothing special. You don't do anything that people care about.
Where I kind of just post Let's Plays and COD video channel right now.
This dude just said that he makes original content, and he's talking about making COD bids and Let's Plays. Because he's the first person to do that. He popularized that, you know? He's the one who did that. And that's where he gets all of his views, and that's like, no, bro, like, at least know what you're talking about.
You can look at the channel.
No one cares.
So, thumbnails I make on my own. Yeah, they're not that good, but at least I try and I put in effort.
I've been making my own thumbnails with Paint. Yes, I still use Paint to this day for, I think, 2014. So it'd be like a decade. And yeah, there's new stuff in Paint, so it makes it a lot easier, and there's more that I can do using Paint. And I still will use Paint until, I can afford the freaking Photoshop and all that other stuff, and, Adobe After Effects and just other stuff like that. I've been making thumbnails longer than I hanged out with this guy, so I mean, I don't know, just why does it matter that about thumbnails? I don't really care. That's effort. No wonder you still use the same name that I never gave you. No wonder you copy FaZe Jev's color. No wonder you're still making a video about me. No wonder you come back after years to talk about me, because you say you put in effort. You don't care, bro. You show how much you don't care. When you get money and you upgrade your equipment and you have your capture card and you do this and that and you have all this, you're not showing that you care. You're just upgrading your equipment just to play for yourself. You play for yourself. You don't play for the audience like I do and myself. You don't make the content for your audience like I do for myself and my audience. You don't play and create content. You sit there and you get mad when people call you out on things that are true. You get offended and you get stressed out and your feelings get hurt over things that you know are true, because you can't take the accountability and actually admit that you're wrong. So that's why you're going insane over this situation, because if you would have just admitted it, it wouldn't eat you alive. It wouldn't be freaking staying rent-free in your mind. All of this wouldn't be in your mind. If you just shut it up, admitted it, and left it alone, and left me alone, then YouTube would actually care about your content and promote it.
Ones that have been deleted?
Because he's going to say it got hacked even though it's him?
I want to say I haven't hit any clips.
Bro, I looked at those. You never hit a clip. If you're counting the 300 sub montage, then show a clip. Show a clip. Now you have the chance. Alright, here's your chance.
I haven't done anything.
Never mind. It's funny, he'll make a 30-minute video talking about stuff that isn't true, but he won't unblock me from Twitter. Just inconsistency, and that's his whole channel and him.
I've seen all of my montages that we have on the channel.
Yeah, and I made the Origins montages, and every montage that was made before that was made by me. I did everything myself. Not only was I leading the clan, not only was I editing, not only was I creating content for myself and the clan, not only was I hitting clips for myself and the clan. Bro, like, don't even get me started, bro. You're acting like you did all this stuff, but if it doesn't involve me, now you can do it. Like, grow the frick up, dude. Hop off my PP.
I didn't know.
No one cares until you get a job.
You guys remember that, right?
No one remembers it.
Who was in the top 750?
Oh my gosh, he's in the top 750? Oh my gosh.
Me. But if I'm a clone of him, he would be in the top 750.
That has nothing to do... Bro, you're mental. You're actually mental. Something's wrong with this dude.
Well,
on to the rest of this.
And say that I'm a...
He's sitting there and staying there for 30 minutes. He sat there... More than a quarter of the video was just him sitting there and trying to figure things out instead of actually editing the video. He's trying to milk it, obviously.
No?
Yes, you said that like 50 times. Someone needs to put a counter down.
I don't even remember half the crap he said in it. Oh yeah, and the piss in the bed thing. I don't even...
He just said he didn't remember what was said, and then he's gonna bring up something I said. Nice. You sound so smart. You might be in college right now. There's no way.
So when I need to go pee.
Who's giving him the answers to the frickin' the tests? Who's giving him the answers? Okay, so who's the guy in the background? Why is he there?
Came out.
The closet finally. Congratulations. Good job, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud for you. How far you come. Coming out finally.
I made a whole 20-30 minute video coming out talking about it.
So you think I watched it? Because I don't care. Funny. At this time, I was not using the X Deadly's channel. I made a video talking about this channel that I'm using right now and shouting this channel out so people could check it out. That was the last time I used it, but didn't mean that I was using it full-time. I wasn't using it part-time. I wasn't even really using it at all. I just uploaded a video saying, hey, check out my channel that I use now. He commented on that video. And it's so weird. He wants to be
He wants me to be my old self, and he says, quote, in Twitter DMs, that he wants to bring the 2016 vibes back. But that's the very reason he's mad at me right now, is because of X Deadlies, is because of 2016 apparently. So it's so weird that he wants to bring those vibes back. But wouldn't that make him be mad again? Wouldn't that make him not like me and say that I'm a bad influence and his parents? So it's so weird. Like, choose one. Do you want to be friends? Do you not? Do you want to bring those 2016 vibes back, or are you just going to hate on my channel because you can't do anything for yourself in life? All about me, because it's so weird. But it's funny that he says Deadlies, because obviously that just proved my point right there. He thinks I am the person that I was 10 years ago.
But if I'm a copy,
dude, get to the point, or just shut up, bro. Like, no one thinks you're scary. No one cares.
I'm being serious right now. I'm talking
So serious.
I'm talking to you specifically, Deadly.
Obviously, he's scared of me. He's scared of me. Because if he's going to call me Deadlies, knowing that that's an inactive channel, then this guy obviously... I could just click off right now because how stupid this is.
Bunches and bunches.
No one cares.
Just know that no matter how many times we were not friends or we were friends, I
Because of you, you stupid idiot.
always have respect for you. I always have...
I'm going to just end it right there.
And I always cared about you, and I always hope you succeed.
Doesn't sound like it. Hold on. Respect and wanted me to succeed, right? You hear that, guys? This is respect and wanted me to succeed.
Act like a child. But at least I'm a grown-ass
Right, here we go.
Have a job, save up money, bought my own car 3 times. I bought the car
What does any of this have to do with
for
anything?
myself with my own money without any help. This entire setup you see here, I bought with my own money. I've done shit by myself.
Let's just stop there, because by yourself, right? You didn't need Origins Alliance then. You didn't need Alpha Shadow Hawk, the gamer tag, which means that you would be a completely different name on YouTube right now. You didn't need FaZe Jev, because if you, let's say you didn't meet me, you wouldn't have any of those, right? So you don't need me. You don't need any of those. So what would you be doing if I never showed you content creation on YouTube? Just think about that. Let that sink in, because no matter how you put it and no matter what, you want to talk about memories and going back, go back to that one time of me showing you YouTube and content creation. And me showing you. Go back to that, and no matter what, you can never ever say that you could have done all of this without me. And that's all. And knowing that, that's how I know in this situation that this guy is just something's wrong with him, because he just cannot admit accountability for himself.
I'm in a very good college because I'm...
So wait. You're in a college, but you're making this video? Because you're
smart.
There's another time I could end this video.
Bunches and bunches.
Oh my gosh.
And because I worked my ass
You're so smart, you came up with your own gamer tag. Good job.
off for it. I act like an idiot because it's fun.
Ready? This is the part right here.
Because you don't know what it's like to know the difference between acting like a child because you're still a child in your mind, or if you're
Coming
act
from
like
him.
a child because you want to have fun and make memories, you dumb idiot.
Oh my gosh, bro. Keep in mind, he put this out here on the internet for everybody to see. All of his sponsors, all of his family, all of his friends, everybody, even on Facebook, right? So him getting mad at the camera, don't worry, it gets worse. Hold on. It gets worse. Look how close he gets. And he starts caressing his mic. He gets way closer. This guy is just, something's wrong with him. His mind does not work like a normal human being.
I always had motherfucking respect.
No, you haven't. Shut up. This is just straight up a mental breakdown right there. He goes from saying that I'm a dumb idiot and then saying he has respect for me, cared about me as a friend, and all this other stuff. Like I said, choose one. Is it that hard to want to be my friend? Because obviously that's the case. Other people are trying to get you to do the other thing. So if you think for yourself for once in your life and you make that decision, you can actually, have the life that you want to live. You don't have to, listen to everybody around you to keep friends. If people are manipulating you to make you do things that you don't want to do to keep them in your life, then those are the people that are toxic and manipulative, and you don't want those people in your life because they're bad influences, and that's not a good friendship to have, For our situation, we've always had a good friendship, So it doesn't make sense to me why all of a sudden you want to say all these things and make up stuff and say you want to have respect for me, say you want to be friends. Choose one, Joshua. Choose one. It's not hard to do. I've chose. I want to be your friend. I want to be homies. I want to be brothers. But you can't go from saying that you want to be friends and then you want to change that completely and then say that you have respect for me and then, you know, have a psychotic break on a video and a mental breakdown. Like, why are you making this video? For everybody to see. For everybody. If you really wanted to tell me any of this, if it mattered to you that much, you really wanted to be brothers, you really wanted to make a decision, you wanted to be a man, you want to be professional, you would have unblocked me. You wouldn't have blocked me at all. We would have talked this out. You wouldn't have made a video at all. I don't understand why it's so hard to be not only a human being with accountability, responsibility, but most of all, I don't know how it's that hard to be an adult. Show that tat.
You disrespected my name first. You came at me first.
What? How? How so? Where's the proof and evidence? Why does he have a grandma face right here?
I thought we were both grown-ass men, and we put...
It's funny because he's saying that, but when I go to Twitter, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like he's contacted me over this. Instead of making videos, instead of continuing to talk about me, instead of saying in 5 years he would come back to my channel. So, how are you grown in any way? What's the point?
150, and I was one of them?
So wait, you weren't number one, you were one of them. So what are you boasting about? What an imbecile.
Logo, I don't see you wearing French.
Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to you either. Like look how like something's wrong with him. He just plays games. His whole thing is he just plays games and then uploads them. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything besides that. He doesn't hit any clips. He doesn't do anything special. He does nothing but upload clips and then complain on videos like this that humiliates himself completely. He thinks he's the most important person in the world, but a little bit of an update for you, Josh, and a reality check. Joshua, the world does not revolve around you. It is not just you. There's billions of people out here in the world. You have me blocked. Quit talking about me. No one cares. But he has excessive swearing in his video, YouTube. Do something. So wait, you have so much money, but you don't even have... Your bed's not made. And you don't even have a sheet.
Channel. And what happened? You're just now coming back to your Deadly's channel.
I love that. I'm gonna keep that in there. I could end the video right there too. Oh gosh, ready? He gets so mad. His mental breakdown like really goes to a high point right here.
Oh wait, let's look at the sub counts. Let's see who's
ready, right here.
Higher. Clearly I'm not a clone. I'm just better than you. And you
look at his friend in the background.
know it, and you're tired of it. Yeah.
His friend's trying not to laugh.
Yeah, you taught me the things I know. You taught me.
His friend got scared of him? How are you scared of that? They're not even his friends, they're just yes men.
Better people than you.
If that was so, then you would think that they would be like, nah, bro, you know, this situation happened years ago. It doesn't matter nowadays. You know, you wouldn't benefit from this. And he still made the video, for one. For two, they wouldn't encourage this or even talk about this at all unless they don't get views and they don't care about the platform and they don't care about what they do or their career. And also, if they were better than me, then why am I still being talked about? Then why are you still trying to put me in your life somehow? You made a video about me. Yeah, you didn't at me, but you still made the video and you talked about, you know, stuff I do now. Like, bro, you don't even think about what you say. You should just not say anything. Then how come you're in therapy? You're in college, right? But you're making this video, having a mental breakdown, acting unprofessional, knowing this is going to go out to all your sponsors, showing it to all the people, and showing this to everybody, knowing that we haven't been friends. If you really want to count all this and all into everything, we haven't been friends in 6 years. The last time we actually hanged out was 2017, and they know you're making this. So obviously they're going to think you're delusional and something's very, very wrong with you because you haven't been around me since. So obviously you have problems you need to solve within yourself because it shows that you don't even have a self-respect for yourself. You don't take responsibilities nor accountability. You don't have a single responsibility. Your parents pay for everything you do. So, I mean, you're just a spoiled child that thinks you have it all. And so you're going to try to come out here and try to intimidate me when it's hilarious because you wanted to be friends. That's the truth. No matter what you do here, you want to be friends. Obviously, you're going to keep talking about you want to be friends. And then you're also, like, it's like multiple personality disorder and bipolar or something.
Who that is?
You don't know what homie, friend, brother, best friend, enemy. You don't know what any of that means.
At the end of the day, Look at our sub counts.
Because that's what matters, right? Because you know they're fake. Let's look at the sub count, 2,000. How many comments? Not even 20.
You're 369.
And you're looking at my old channel that was inactive when you uploaded this, you idiot.
I'm at 500. On the road.
Oh, wow. Wow, 500? You're at 2,000 now? Nice. That's a lot of money you put into that.
To 1.
So wait, that means you work at Walmart to go home and go on a website to buy bots and then act like you have it all. Nice.
I didn't sub bot my channel. You don't
Yeah, I'm
have
sure
to
you
do
did.
it Because my
Bro, all you do is stock in the back of Walmart. You don't do anything at work, and you don't do anything at home. This is what you do at home, is complain on a camera, then you go to work to stock stuff in the back. You don't socialize with people, barely anybody, maybe your coworkers. You don't even go out and talk to shoppers or customers or anything. You're in the back stocking stuff. That's all you're doing, and you're getting paid to stock. And you stock me in a different way. So you're not doing anything special, not for the world, not for yourself. So you're just going mental, bro. No one cares. Like, keep it to yourself. No one asked for this video to be made. There's no goal from this video. You didn't get anything done because you're still making videos that I'm not going to put into this video. But YouTube knows about it. But YouTube's not doing anything for whatever reason. But, I mean, I don't really care. I don't know what makes you think in your brain that I care this much, because clearly you have something wrong with you, Joshua, because this is super severely disappointing, and just, it's embarrassing, sad, disappointing, and just everything, and even leaves me confused, because how does he be like this knowing he wants to be friends? I just feel bad for him, because how does he feel like this?
homies around me.
You don't know what that means. Can you get to the point, bro? And why are you calling me by my old name? I'm alright. If he calls me Deadlies one more time after this, I'm gonna get off this video. Why are you caressing your mic?
61.
It's funny that it's about being better, but he has me blocked. So the only thing that he actually gets is merch sales somehow. How does anyone buy that? That's not even merch. Actually supporting the channel like that. It's just the same people. So wait, why would you upload this? And don't call me homie. That makes me uncomfortable. You walked into the bathroom while I was taking a piss, dude. You're the only person in my entire life to do that. You gay freaking little thing. Homo.
So,
Okay, if I'm homie, then you're homo.
barely beat me. I'm not.
So who cares then? Me breaking down this video, but I'm getting tired of watching this. It's so stupidly boring. Nothing else to say here. I really didn't want to talk about this video. I really didn't want to make this video. But I think it would be good for people to see this and see when they're talking about me in obviously in slanderous way and fabricating everything they're saying, not showing proof or evidence. I mean, that alone, them not showing any proof or evidence, can be enough to not respond to. But this isn't a response. This is just a message to YouTube, and also just let you guys know that these guys are delusional, and I'm sorry that you guys had to watch that if you guys ever seen that. And I'm sorry that you guys had to deal with that guy if you're anybody from, you know, around him that had a bad time with him, because I don't doubt that he's made a name for himself into being, you know, toxic as heck. Because if he hasn't, then he will eventually. And so will the other guy. I mean, the other guy isn't as dedicated as Joshua. I mean, Joshua isn't dedicated at all. He's just slightly dedicated into, you know, trying to go after me. So that's good for him, I guess, if he cares that much about the whole thing, even though I don't. I've moved on, so... I've already made a video talking about how I moved on. So this is like, you could say this is like part 2.
So I want to end off this video by saying we have more in common. I truly don't think there's a point in doing anything if you don't want to be friends, and if you won't unblock me, if you don't want to take those steps forward, I don't think there's anything that needs to be done here. You can continue to talk about me, you can continue to make videos about me, and not upload them to your main channel, although people know that you made those videos, and people do know that you still talk about me for some reason. And you can say what you want, but I really think there's no point into doing this, because if all three of us have stuff that's in common, why are we not friends? I'm not going to do anything else. I've already said it in my last video that I did. There's nothing to do here. I've tried to contact both of you. You guys don't want to talk things out. You guys don't want to leave it as is. So if this is what you want to do for the rest of your career, I'm just going to leave it to you guys. And this is the last one I'm making. I've tried being friends. I've tried contacting them. I don't know how after that video they're seeing that and think that he needs promotion after seeing what a video that was. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think whoever's sponsoring him or whoever's, promoting him, supporting him even, is seeing that as a video that should stay up and everybody as a company would want to support that. I don't think that's the smartest decision whatsoever. I don't think that's going to get anybody anywhere. Is that helping anybody? Is that video's purpose doing anything for anybody? Is it even helping himself? Is it what is that video doing? It's being negative. It's going against the YouTube guidelines. It's not abiding by them. And on top of that, it is just extremely just not right to have up. One thing I want to say to leave off after all that is I hope the best of luck for both of you guys. If you guys end up changing your mind, I'm always going to be here. I don't hate either of you guys. I don't dislike either of you guys. I don't like that you guys made those videos. That really sucks that you feel that way. But if you want to base me off of how I was in 2016, 2017, or even beforehand, or anything like that, that's completely up to you. But I'm not going to try to change anybody's minds here. I'm not going to do anything in this situation after this video. I just wanted to talk about those two videos because they're the ones that are up right now that are very unnecessarily up and uploaded. They chose to press that upload button, unfortunately, which really sucks. But excuse me, if you guys end up changing your mind, completely up to you. If you want to do this for the rest of your career, I really highly advise that you just either leave it alone or be friends. I really don't think there's anything to get out of that, but if you guys really think that at the end of the day you're going to get a lot of views from that, I have no words for that. For all three of my channels and for the rest of time, I'm completely done with this. I said what is said. Maybe, hopefully YouTube will do something about it. If they care about their platform. I don't know what else to do here. I did what there is to do. I've, made my video about it. I've now made this video because YouTube didn't make any decisions whatsoever. So I'm taking the steps forward if nobody else wants to. And if I already did with my video, and if YouTube isn't wanting to do it, I will do it for them. And so that is the purpose of this video. I don't see why this is continuing for years. There's nothing to gain out of it. So I hope all of you guys have a legendary grand gold day. And with that said, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. And finally, I'm done with this.